Yes, Timmy Moore joins us right now, and today we are talking about rumors about devices that might be coming out. So we want to start with the iPad 5, and this has just come out, correct?
Yes, this is actually just a recent leak yesterday. They saw this. This was kind of unexpected because you really don't expect another iPad leak since they just released the iPad 4 a few months ago. So people are kind of wondering, is Apple going to start ramping up devices, and are you going to start maybe seeing 3 iPhones a year, 3 iPads a year? So what this leak actually is that this is the iPad mini that's already released right here. You can see that this is the black model, and then right here is the proposed leak of the iPad 5. So you can kind of see Apple's going to take the design cues from the iPad mini and bring them over to the iPad 5, if that's what's going to be called.
Okay, now this will be released in the next few months, or not until summer?
We don't really know yet. That's a good question because it could be in summer. If they start doing these more devices faster, more devices, because to keep up with competition, you got to keep your processor updated, you got to keep the OS updated and the design updated. So we could see it in summer, but at the latest it would be in fall.
Okay, because typically they're released in the fall.
Exactly.
Okay. All right, so now we want to talk about the Galaxy Note, and this seems to be quite the device.
It is. So I talked about a few weeks ago the Galaxy Note 2, which was a gigantic smartphone, and it looks like Samsung, according to pictures, is looking to bring that phone and just kind of make the screen bigger and add a stylus. So really, it's going to be a tablet. It's going to have an 8-inch screen, supposedly going to have their latest Exynos processor that they just announced at their recent press conference, and it's going to be a really nice tablet. It's going to possibly come to the U.S. on AT&T, Verizon, all the major carriers, so you can get that cellular option. We don't know much about pricing yet, but it looks like it's going to be a really good device.
And you also posted a note about the Note 8 on your blog, and we can post a link to that on our Facebook page. And you're also on Twitter, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Now, real quick, before we go, we want to talk about the iPhone 5S and the 6. Certain parts have leaked about
Right.
Okay.
We don't really know what the parts are. They're just, what companies did was these suppliers just kind of take pictures of them real quick, and that's when they leave it up to the fans of Apple to kind of compare it to, okay, here's the iPhone 5 parts that we all know and love. So here's this part, and here's it compared to the other part. We noticed it's smaller. It's got a different type of design, indicating will Apple really change the iPhone design in the next release? But we really don't know. We just know that they are working on an iPhone 5S or 6, depending on what they release. And that was the other thing I was saying. There were multiple parts. So are they working on multiple versions of the iPhone? That was actually another rumor that they were looking to maybe possibly do a lower-end iPhone that would cost less for those people that don't want to spend the higher prices.
And
they're also they're going to go really high with the prices because there was a rumor in iTunes that if you people actually dug into iTunes code and actually the recent beta of iOS 6.1, and it found that there was a listing for 128 gigabyte size. So that could bring it to the iPad and iPhone. So that'll be nice for those people that love videos. They love putting them on their iOS devices. So lots of rumors.
Yeah, absolutely. So this iPad 5 rumor that just came out yesterday, it's on macrumors.com. And also, how can they find you on Twitter?
I do have a Twitter. It's at Timothy M. Jr. If they would like to tweet me about any tech advice, I'd be happy to help with your purchase.
All right, great, Timmy. Always so much information. We certainly appreciate it.
No problem.